Jealous on this is Carla. Where's your emergency?
I'm an off-duty officer. I thought it was in my apartment, and I shot a guy thinking it was my apartment.
He shot someone?
Yes, I thought it was my apartment. Oh my God.
At first, I didn't know how to process it, and I think it's just that I didn't want it to be true.
My mind was going crazy trying to figure out how my brother was shot.
I remember getting a text. It was just unbelievable. Turned on the news, and it just took the wind out. Here's a young man who was concerned about humanity, a young man who gave so much, was extremely charitable, and you know, he's not out in the wrong place at the wrong time. He's at home. You think, Lord, we're not safe anywhere. As a former city manager, I know the job of police officers, and I certainly have deference for the work that they do. Yet this is something that's not just a 1 in a million chance or lightning striking. What can we do to get America to understand that there are no white Botham Jeans in America?
Botham's death sparked this whole social justice movement throughout the United States and throughout the world. Because I believe being a Black man shot by a white police officer under these bizarre circumstances really gave people that interest in seeing that case right through to its outcome.
No doubt in this case that Ms. Guyger was given preferential treatment over what an ordinary citizen would have received. While Ms. Guyger is sitting in the front seat of that squad car, something very unusual happens. The dash cam is actually turned off.
That's very troubling. As a prosecutor, I want all the video, all the evidence, all the information that I can possibly have involving a case that I'm investigating, because you never know what might be there.
We'll never know what happened after the dash cam was shut off in that car. The explanation was that she was about to start having a conversation with her attorney, and so it would have been privileged information, attorney-client information.
The person keeps moving around. I can't see where his hands are going. And so at that point, I feel like you're gonna kill me, and I know you're gonna kill me.
Everything that was pent up in my system for the entire year just exploded. It was just this relief that God had answered my prayers. After Botham's death, one of the things that I always asked was that his name would never be forgotten.
I co-authored Bo's Law. The bill creates systemic accountability for policing by requiring that police officers cannot deactivate their body cams during an investigation. They must activate their body cam at the beginning of an investigation, and it must remain on throughout the investigation. When we filed the bill, I asked Botham's mother, Allison Jean, if she wanted a special number assigned to the bill. And she said yes, she wanted his birthday, September 29th. HB 929, affectionately named Bo's Law, is now the law of the land in Texas, which was a watershed moment because this is good for good police officers, and it helps to weed out the bad officers.
People in law enforcement, in the judiciary, they are going to be calling his name when making reference to that law. I would love to see that the Botham Jean Act, or Bo's Law, goes national, and that it does not remain just in Dallas or in Texas, but it goes throughout the United States. In that way, Botham's name will never, ever be forgotten.